On the right side for the Illini, Don Gidanovic, 5'7", 190 pounds at right guard. The right tackle is Dick Jenkins, 6'2", 221. At right end, Rex Smith, 6'2", 194. In the famous backfield of the undefeated Illini, at quarterback, Tom O'Connell. He's 5'11", 184. At fullback, William Tate, 6'1", 187. At right half, Johnny Karras, 5'11", 171. Left half, Don Stevens, 5'10", 173. And for the Buckeyes, at left end, it'll be Armstrong. Left tackle, it will be Jacoby. Left guard, Tackux. At center will be Krischer. At right guard, Reichenbach. At right tackle, Endress. And at right end, it will be Hamilton. Ohio State will receive. In the backfield, it'll be Cursillo. Wagner at full, Goodsell at right half, and Vic Janowitz at left half. This afternoon, we'll be keeping our eyes on Vic Janowitz of Ohio State and Johnny Karras, the two potential All-Americans in this afternoon's ball game. Well, the ball is being set, and getting ready for the punt down there now will be Valentino. All right, the referee has blown the whistle. The ball game is on. Valentino kicks off with the wind to his back, and he kicks down to the Ohio State 10-yard line. It's taken by Janowitz. He's down the middle of the 15, down to the 20, gets a block, and up to about the 24-yard line. About the 24-yard line, where he stopped in there by Cole, by Tate, and by Stevens. So the first offensive play of the afternoon in Ohio State's territory, 1st and 10 on the 24-yard line. Buckeyes of Ohio State are dressed in their scarlet uniforms. Out of the huddle they come, and they send a flanker out to the right this time. Tony Cursillo is in tight. Cursillo takes that ball. It's a quarterback sneak through the middle, and he picks up about 3 or 4 yards before middle linebacker Ferrero wraps him up on about the 27-yard line. It'll be second down and about 7 yards to go. The ball is midway between the sideline markers, and no score as yet. The ball game just getting underway. Out of the huddle they come, and Krischer is the center up over the ball. The flanker's out to the left this time. It's Janowitz, and Cursillo is in tight. Cursillo takes that ball, looking for somebody to throw it to, and now decides to run, and he's thrown for a loss back on about the 25, 26-yard line by Burchett, the left tackle. They marked the ball exactly on the 25. The pattern of that play apparently was a jump pass over the line, but the potential receiver, Ray Hamilton, the right end, was covered, so Tony had to run with the ball, and he was dropped on the 25 for a 2-yard loss. Make it third down and about 9. 3rd and 9. The Bucks come out of a huddle. They send a flanker over to the left side, not too far out. Cursillo is in tight. Cursillo takes that ball, and he's running far to his left. Now he's going to run the end. He gets a block over there. He's up over the 25, and he's up over the 30, and he's out of bounds on the far side of the field. Run out of bounds by Woodziak. Run out of bounds on about the 32-yard Ohio State line. If so, it'll be 4th down and about 2. It is. The ball is on the 33-yard line. A gain of 8 yards by Cursillo that time on a bootleg to the left. We'll pick up that defensive line for you as soon as they form now. Defensive line for you as soon as they form now. Defensive line for you as soon as they form now. Defensive line for you as soon as they form now. Defensive line for you as soon as they form now. Defensive line for you as soon as they form now. Defensive line for you as soon as they form now. Defensive line for you as soon as they form now. Defensive line for you as soon as they form now. Almost an 8. Janowitz is in punt formation. Brodsky and Nethery are back. There's the punt. The punt is in the air. Goes back to the Illini 20-yard line. And the tackle was missed back on the 18. He gets away, reverses, and he's back now on the 17-yard line. Beautiful tackle by Endress. On the 16, that punt went to the 20. Reversed back to the 16. So it's Illinois' ball, 1st and 10 on their own 16-yard line. O'Connell is in there at quarterback now, with Karras and Stevens at the halves. There's a spread formation. O'Connell is in tight. There's a handoff to the right halfback, and there's a hole in the Ohio State right side, and the play is stopped on about the 19-yard line. It was Karras who carried the ball. Johnny Karras picked up about 3 yards. Stop was made by Gandy and Brunny. Brunny coming up out of Ohio's defensive left halfback on the 19. Make it 2nd down and 7 for the Illini. Ohio State's using a 7-man line. There's a spread formation to the right this time with O'Connell in tight. O'Connell takes that ball. There's a handoff to the fullback, Tate. And Tate smacks Ohio State's left side, and he gets up over the 25, and he stopped at about the 26-yard line. And Borton is on the bottom of that pile, Ohio State's right linebacker. That kid Borton plays a lot of defensive football for Ohio State. The ball is exactly on the 26. It's very close to a first down, and so the head linesman is being waved in. The head linesman is Ed Curtis. Very close to a first down. It is a first down for Illinois. On the 26-yard line for the Illini. Ohio State is using almost a 7-man line. There's 5 men on the line there, and the other 3 are just about a half a step back. There's a spread formation out of the huddle. Flanker over to the right. O'Connell takes the ball, laterals that ball back to Tate. Tate runs Ohio State's right side, and he's smacked it good after the gain of a couple of yards by Borton. Play is packed up at about the 28-yard line. Little teeny weeny hole over there on the left side. It was closed up with the rapidity of lightning. The ball is resting on the Illinois 28. It's second down and 8 yards to go. Undefeated Illinois against the Buckeyes of Ohio State. Ohio State underdog by 14 points. Out of the huddle they come. They're in a split T formation. O'Connell is in tight. Second down and 8. O'Connell takes that ball, and there's a handoff this time to the left halfback. It is Stevens, and Stevens finds a hole on the Ohio State's right side. Tackle was finally made by Smith. Play is stopped on about the 37 for a first down. 2 first downs, all on the ground. Ball is inbounds from the far side of the field. Illinois' ball on their own 37-yard line, first and 10. They come out of the huddle this time, and they use a flanker over to the left. Double flanker to the left with O'Connell. The quarterback is tight. O'Connell takes that ball, fakes a handoff. Now he's going to throw. He throws over in the right flat, and it's good to about the 48-yard line, then immediately out of bounds. It was good to Smith, the right end. O'Connell to Smith, Beakley and Borton. Running him out of bounds on the Illinois 48. That's the third first down in a row for the Illini. They started from their own 16-yard line. Come out of a huddle this time, and the left halfback is spread to the left. O'Connell in tight. O'Connell takes the ball, fading back. He's going to throw. Throws over in the flat, and almost at his complete. Potential receiver was Johnny Karras at the Ohio State 38-yard line. Smith covering for Ohio State, covering very beautifully. First quarter of this ball game, each of these teams really want to win badly. In the Western Conference, when you show up with an undefeated record, well, they really want to smack you good. And of course, Illinois, they have the Rose Bowl invitations engraved as it is. All right, as Illinois comes out of the huddle, there's a timeout down on the field. Timeout on the field and time in for Al Hogler and DeSoto Plymouth.
There's a great new car just out at your Greater Cleveland DeSoto Plymouth dealer's showroom. The 1952 DeSoto, designed for you and your budget, too. So much quality, so little upkeep. 1952 DeSoto with big high-compression engine, big brakes, long wheelbase, waterproof ignition, safety rim wheels, no shift driving, chair-high seats, big doors, scores of advantages. See the 1952 DeSoto at your DeSoto Plymouth dealers in Greater Cleveland.
All right, and for the late tuners in, we're in the first quarter of the ball game. Ohio State failed again. They took the kickoff. They received. Finally, they kicked. Illinois took over in the 16. They've made 3 consecutive first downs. They have the ball on their own 48-yard line, where a pass was just incomplete from O'Connell to Karras. It'll be second down and 10. The referee, Jay Perwanger, motions time in again. No score in the first quarter. Out of the huddle they come as a flanker over to Illinois' left this time with O'Connell, the quarterback, in tight. O'Connell takes the ball, fading back. He's going to throw. He's being rushed. And it's a screen pass over diagonal to the right end. And the pass is good to Johnny Karras. He grabs it at midfield, goes to the Ohio State 43-yard line before Hyde catches him from behind. That was a screen pass over at Illinois' right end. Referee Jay Perwanger was putting that ball on the Ohio State 43-yard line. Not quite a first down. It's third down and about 1 to go. Third down and about a yard. Illinois out of the huddle. They come in with a flanker to the left. O'Connell, the quarterback, is tight. O'Connell takes that ball, and he's very quick handoff to Johnny Karras. I believe he makes it a first down. The pack-up is on the 40-yard line. It is the first down for Illinois, 4 in a row. Ball is exactly on the Ohio State 40-yard line. In possession of the Illini. Now they're going to set it on the 41-yard line. In possession of Illinois. On the Ohio State 41, no score, first quarter. Getting a bit dark at the moment. Double flanker out at the left for Illinois. Quarterback O'Connell taking a lot of time. O'Connell takes that ball, hands off to Johnny Karras, running wide around Ohio's right side. And he's caught from behind, and he's knocked down on about the 38-yard line. Caught from behind by Smith and Bob Hyde. Exactly on the 38-yard line. Make it second down and 7. Ball is inbounds from our side of the field. Our DeSoto Plymouth booth is high on the western rim of the Ohio Stadium. There's a capacity crowd of very close to 80,000 persons. Out of the huddle they come. They send a double flanker right and left. Oh, brother, something's going to happen here. Way out to the right, way out to the left. O'Connell is 10 yards back. A lot better. There's the pass, and it's good. It's good to the Ohio State 36-yard line. Pass went to Stevens, the left halfback. The tackle was made by Bob Hyde on the 36. Gain of 2 yards on that play. It'll be third down and about 5 for Illinois. Boy, that was a spread formation. The ball was midway between the sideline markers, and they had their flankers to the right and to the left spread out about 20 yards on either side. Third down and 5. Out of the huddle they come. 2 flankers over to the left. Quarterback O'Connell is tight. No score, first quarter. O'Connell takes that ball. He's fading back. He's going to throw, looking for somebody. He throws, and it's out of bounds over the cinder track. Potential receiver was Smith. So it'll be fourth down and 5 coming up, covering for Ohio State, Borton and Beakley. Well, I mentioned that George Jacoby, Toledo kid, is in there at left tackle today in place of Hedico on Ohio's offense. There's a timeout down on the field for Illinois. We'll not bring you any scores during the first quarter of this football game this afternoon because the games are synchronized across the country, and the boys at the studio just don't have the important scores until at least the finish of the first quarter here at Columbus. But throughout the afternoon, you can bet that the gang at the studio, Lawson Deming and Ed Maxwell, Pat Tracy and the gang, will have all the important scores for you shortly after the start of the second quarter. All right, time out in the field. Come on in for a moment, Al Hofer.
One of the greater Cleveland DeSoto dealers who brings you these Ohio State games is W. Baker King Motor Company, 7107 Euclid Avenue. Stop in for dependable DeSoto Plymouth service or a trial drive in the exciting new 1952 DeSoto.
All right, ready for the kick. Miller is in punt formation for Illinois, standing on the Ohio State 48. Skavarkin, good seller back. There's the pass. There's the kick. It's a very high kick going downfield, and it's bounding out of bounds on about the 3-yard line. Wow. What a beautiful kick in there by Miller. Ball went out of bounds. They're going to set it on the 3 or 4-yard line. Looks like the 3-yard line. Beautiful kick by Miller. Here comes Tony Cursillo in at Ohio State's quarterback. Ball is on the Ohio State 3-yard line. Wind is blowing sort of from the west. That would be cross field this afternoon. There isn't a tremendous advantage for anybody. Ohio's in a natural T formation. The ball is handed off to Goodsell. He runs the right side, and he's knocked down on the 4. It looks like Borio, the right side linebacker, grabbed him on about the 4-yard line. They're all packed up inside the Buckeye 5. And Berwanger sets it on the 4. Make it second down and 9. First quarter of the ball game. No score. 7 minutes, 40 seconds of playing time remaining. The Bucks snap out of a huddle. This time they send Goodsell, a flanker, over short to the right. Cursillo's in tight. Cursillo takes the ball, and Cursillo bootlegs, then laterals the ball over. Oh, looked like he lateraled, but he hung on to it, and he got up as far as the 9-yard line before he was stopped by Netherly, defensive left halfback. Beautiful bit of deception there by Cursillo. Looked like he was going to lateral that ball. That's that optional play. He hung onto the ball, and the ball is sitting on the 10-yard line. Make it third down and 4 for Ohio State on their own 10. They snap out of the huddle. Kreischer, the center's up over the ball. There's a flanker out to the left this time. Quick opening play with a fullback. Wagner carrying that ball. Found a little hole there. Ernst wraps him up at about the 12-yard line. They've got to go to the 14. We'll see where they set it. They set the ball on about the 11-yard line, so it'll be 4th down and 3 for Ohio State. Ball is on the Ohio 11. Janowitz is standing in the end zone. Broski is back. There's the pass. There's the boot. Janowitz gets it away, and Broski takes the ball at midfield, running to his right. He's being boxed in. He's not going to get very far. He's boxed in now. He reverses himself and comes back, but he's nailed and he's knocked down on the 40. There's a fumble on the play. There's a fumble out of the field on the 47-yard line. That was Broski. He was smacked out there. Good by Hamilton. Oh, brother, that was a barn burner on the 47-yard line of Illinois. Illinois' ball. Broski tried to go from the west side of the field over to the east side, waiting for his blockers to form, but the Ohio boys were determined. They came in there like bullets. There's a penalty against Illinois along with it. Looks like a long one. It's a clipping penalty against Illinois, and we march back to the 30. And we march back to the 30. And we march back to the 33-yard line. First down for Illinois. 1st and 25. Inbounds from the far side. Illinois out of the huddle. Offensively, they send their flanker short to the left. O'Connell takes the ball, fading back. He's going to throw. It's a long one, way downfield. It's going down. It's no good. I don't believe. It's intercepted by Ohio State. Intercepted by, looks like Brunny. Looks like Brunny's got that ball. It is. Brunny the ball back on the 30-yard line. Gets a good block, and he comes back to the Ohio State 44-yard line. Interception of that long pass by O'Connell by Brunny. So it's the Buckeyes' ball on the 44.